When a man who had no friends was asked why this happened, he replied, "Friendship is like a diamond, it's rare, expensive, and has many imitations. If you make one mistake, then a second and a third mistake, at some point, you would say, there are no real diamonds in the world, there are only imitations." Another man added, "A friend is someone to be cherished and valued, but unfortunately, there are rarely true friends in life whom you can genuinely cherish." Haruki Murakami, in his book Norwegian Wood, also explores this theme through the voices of his characters. "Do you like solitude?" she asked, holding her cheeks with her hands, traveling alone, eating alone, sitting in a classroom separated from all the others. "I don't like being alone, I just don't like making any extra acquaintances," I replied. "I don't want to be disappointed by people." There's a wonderful and sad parable about the friendship between a boy and an apple tree, and it's worth knowing by everyone. Those who have friends and those who don't, why do they have them? Listen and answer the question for yourselves. The little boy became friends with the apple tree in the forest. He used to come to her, swing on her branches, eat the apples she gave him, make flower crowns, and imagine himself as a true forest king. On hot days, when he got tired of playing, she would protect him from the sun, and the boy would fall asleep in her shade. The apple tree believed in an honest and sincere friendship. Time passed, the boy grew up, and he began to visit his friend less often. He had new friends and new interests, but sometimes he still visited the apple tree. One day, he returned to her, and the tree saw that he was very upset. "What happened to you, my friend?" asked the apple tree, looking into his eyes. "Why don't you play with me anymore, swing on my branches, and imagine yourself as a king?" "A king must have money, and I don't have any," the boy replied glumly. "Neither do you. But I have apples, take them and sell them, then you'll have money, and you'll be my good and happy friend again." The boy plucked the apples, took them away, and sold them, but he never came back to the apple tree, and she waited for him for a long time, looking at the road where he always used to come. One day, he appeared again, and once more, instead of joy at seeing him, he complained about life. "I'm fed up with everything, I want to sail somewhere, so I don't have to see anyone. I need a boat, but I don't know where to get one." The apple tree remained silent, looking at her friend sadly. But the man took out his axe, swung it several times, and cut her trunk to make a boat out of it. And when he succeeded, he left without even looking back at the poor tortured stump left by his friend. Time passed, frequent rains watered the apple tree's stump, and the sun warmed the ground around it. Wild animals would sometimes climb on it and rest, enjoying life. But the stump wasn't happy with anything anymore. It no longer saw the meaning and what it used to value more than anything else in the world. But the world didn't cease to exist, and one day the stump sprouted a green shoot from its soul, which quickly grew into a young and beautiful apple tree full of strength. She began to live again and learned to enjoy each new day. But one day, a little boy came to her and said, "Hi, let's be friends." The apple tree trembled with all her branches, but she didn't respond. She no longer believed in an honest and sincere friendship. George Carlin, an American stand-up comedian, actor, writer, screenwriter, and producer, once said that inside every cynical person, there's a disappointed idealist who knows that maybe they used to be an apple tree for someone too. In The Vampire Diaries, Damon Salvatore says that the hardest thing is to overcome people who have brought only pain and disappointment. But, in reality, the hardest thing is to forget such friends. And if you know someone who has no friends, don't rush to condemn them because it doesn't always mean they are inherently bad. Perhaps they have been an apple tree for someone too often, and now they simply stopped believing in an honest and sincere friendship, and that is very sad. Not having friends often shows us that a person has many reasons not to trust anyone.